And
Happy Wednesday, everybody. Welcome to another episode of The Lean here for the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. I'm here with Love. And if you are a long-term viewer of this channel, anytime you see me and, another woman, female of a panelist, I call it ladies' night because, even though I'm not a lady, it's a lady over there. And so it's ladies' night. Hey, Love, how you doing?
It's giving girl time, and that's
It
what's
is.
up.
It's giving, girls time. We have all these other men over here, Chase and Jamie and Danny, blah,
Doing
blah.
too much.
But, right,
Much.
it's ladies' night. So we're going to give it. We're probably watching like, what the hell? I see a whole man on the screen. And I am a
Welcome.
man, but I can also be a lady too. Happy Wednesday again. I see everybody in the chat right now. Sass is in the chat. Art World, Jim Bunny. If you are also a long-term viewer, when I wear a robe, you should know what that means. That typically means I was bored as hell. I'm not gonna lie to you, I was very bored of this episode. We'll talk about it, of course, but I just don't know if what they have going on is gonna keep me um focused or attentive for 16, 17, 18, 19 episodes. I'm just like, okay, Beverly Hills, like, no, Saskia, I'm not going to strip. You can go to my OnlyFans. No, I ain't got no OnlyFans. I'm just talking. But no, I don't know. We're gonna talk about it, but make sure I hit that like button. Sass K is in the chat. Art World, they'll tell you guys to like. Keep us in the algorithm. I always enjoy, if nothing else, when the episodes are boring, I always have a good time here. I'm not gonna never sugarcoat if it's boring, it's boring. But here on the lean, we always make a good time, good fun. Make sure you guys check out our other shows as well. Salt Lake City will be back tomorrow. We were out last Thursday because it was the holiday. I hope everybody had a great holiday as well. If I didn't talk to you Monday, Thanksgiving was great for me. I cooked for myself. Love, how was your Thanksgiving?
It was nice. I traveled, went to Phoenix.
Oh,
It was kind of
what's
a
the
long
weather like?
drive. Hmm?
What's the weather like in Phoenix this time? I've only been in the summer. Yeah.
It was actually not that bad. Sometimes it could be like in the 80s or 90s still by December, but it wasn't that bad. Like in the 70s at night.
Okay.
Shocking. Yeah.
We've had some pretty decent weather here, in LA. So Love and I are actually in the same city. She actually lives in the area that I used to live in. I actually miss that area so much, but I'm downtown. She's in North Hollywood. Not to give her business out, but so we're in the same time zone. So we're like just now getting off work to get on camera for you guys. So give us some, we be,
We be doing it.
it's
We be
hard.
doing it. It's for y'all. It's for y'all.
Right. It's hard signing off work and then coming to work.
A lot. Double
But
time.
that's okay. I love to do. I love the lean. I love everybody here. I love the viewers of the fans. I love you as well, love. So again, like this video, subscribe to the channel. Salt Lake City is back tomorrow, Potomac on Mondays. And if you guys are watching Married to Medicine, the lean does not host Married to Medicine anymore. However, No Chaser TV, our very own Chase, has his own channel, and he adopted that show. That was always his baby. Trust me, it was always his baby. I love Married to Medicine, but I have never to review it, I have enough on my plate. So if you're watching Married to Medicine, you can find that same panel, Dream Chase, who is it? Sammy, Antonio, and Jasmine on Tuesdays at, I believe, 8 p.m. Eastern. Same time, same everything. So just check that out if you're watching that. All right, let's get into this episode. Again, I was bored, but I'm not going to tell you how many times I was bored. I'm going to tell you why as I review the show. And so we pick up this episode. We know that the first two episodes, they've kind of been digging into this whole thing between Dorit and Kyle. And that seems to be the leading storyline for right now. We know that Kyle is, her and Mauricio are separated. We know that PK and Dorit are going to be, I guess, divorced, separate. I don't know what they're doing right now. I don't really know what's happened, to be honest. I'm listening to Dorit and I'm just like, Dorit is known to talk a lot. So honestly, I'm always like programmed to be like, just from the past, right? Come on, our world. I sign off work. Like, hello, okay. Listen, I ain't got no kids, but I would say this is my baby. The lean is my baby, so I guess I do got kids.
Yes, you do. And it's time to burp and feed them.
I'm tired. Shout out to get a little nanny like Ashley or like Dorit. So they have a trip planned to the ocean side, and it's planned by Kathy. We see the episode opens up with her. She has apparently got customized suitcases, and she's going to be delivering the suitcases with some special little items and things inside
Oh,
of them for the ladies. She goes to Boz's house, and then she goes to Garcelle's and Dorit's. First of all, I would say I did enjoy seeing Boz's home. She lives in Hancock Park, which is actually, if I'm not mistaken, that's also where Erica lives.
yeah.
Um, yeah, Hancock Park. I don't. I drive past Hancock Park a lot because I'm going to like, what's the area called? Like Melrose. So
Oh,
from
okay.
down there, I drive through. It's some very nice homes over there. So we
Beautiful.
are that Boz is doing well for herself. It's
Oh
no
God,
that's
yes.
nothing new to that. But Erica lives over there too, and so I always just used to throw a little shade at Erica, not because of where she lives, but I mean from where she came from. Obviously, she downsized, but shout out to Bob, shout out to Erica for doing the damn thing in Hancock Park. Um, she makes it to all the ladies' house. She stops at Kyle's house last, and this conversation is kind of small. It just kind of talks. Kyle talks about things being weird with Dorit, and Kathy is kind of like in the middle because she is friends with Dorit, but she's also it's her sister is Kyle. However, I kind of find it kind of interesting that Kathy is kind of in the middle, and now Kyle is needing that little support that usually her sisters would need, but it's kind of interesting seeing what Kathy says. I don't really think Kathy knows what to say, but she's trying her best in that moment. And I'll go ahead and clump the next scene together too. So the next scene after that is Kyle and Mauricio, and we know that Mauricio has a bachelor pad. He's moved out. It's supposed to be for like 6 months, but apparently, per Kyle, she's having some thoughts that it may be permanent because he has, instead of getting the house his apartment staged with rented furniture, he's bought new furniture and bought new things. So he comes over and she's showing him all these changes, like, look what I did to the bathroom, look what I did to this. And honestly, he does not really care. At least that's not what I saw on the screen. And it's kind of crazy because it's like Kyle, I don't know. Like I understand what Kyle is going through. I don't understand. I'm sorry. I can see what she's going through, but it almost kind of weird because it's like last year she was more pro them separating and going there. She was okay with it, but now seeing that things are getting real and Mauricio is like kind of moving forward in his life, she's kind of like having some second thoughts on things, right? So Mauricio asks about Dorit and PK, and he basically tells her everything about PK, that he got his own place. Sounds like maybe he helped them. They probably moved in together, moved in their
Baby,
own little
they
places.
having whiskey nights on
They
Wednesday.
kicking it. They are
Kick.
kicking it. Um, but yes, Sasuke, I will say this: Kyle seems very awkward and nervous around Mo. I agree. It's almost like she's just met somebody for the first time and she's trying her best to impress him. But in this case, I mean, they obviously have been together forever, and she's still trying to like win him over, woo him, and he's just not interested. From what I'm seeing. So they asked her a question about whether or not she thinks that they will get back together, and she says she can't answer that question right now. I'm like, girl, why not? I mean, yes or no? I mean, like, but Kyle does this thing where she does not really want to speak on things when she doesn't want to, even though she wants others to do it. And I just put that Kyle realizes that things are getting real. So I'll stop here and get your thoughts on anything related to Kathy going to see the girls, her trips, the customized suitcases, and then Kyle's conversation and interaction with Mauricio.
Okay, I thought I mean, it started off cute. Kathy's, whether you think it's all an act and she's just doing the goofy aloof thing and it's fake, or whether she really is that eccentric and kind of kooky. Either way, she has funny moments where she is good to put on TV. She's kind of creative. I don't know if people are feeding her certain ideas, but it is kind of cute to see her come up with certain things. I think the personalized suitcase. Now I ain't going to everybody's house and dropping nothing off, but I'm also not Kathy Hilton driving a 1960s Rolls Royce or whatever that ridiculous car was. But it's cute. I mean, it was cute. It's a cute introduction. I thought it was also genius for it to be a little, snapshot into what each girl's doing right now or what's going on. That was a chance for us to see
Mm-hmm.
Garcelle and her son. I don't know if that's the black one or the white one, but either way, they're doing good. They're doing great, sweetie. I thought the photo shoot was adorable. Um, but that was nice. Boz's place. I think unless the fans turn on her, I can see a future for her on the show. I think so far, no one has really. She seems like a newbie that is being taken in well with everyone. Like there. I mean, we're only 3 episodes in, granted,
Correct.
y'all. But I just kind of feel. I mean, if you're a real day one 90210 fan, sometimes the new girlies come in and there may be one or two castmates where after the first sit down it's like, oh, well, I just don't like the way she said that. There might be always something. I feel like Boz is just open arms, like everyone's kind of just taking her in, good energy. We'll see. But that was a cute little sneak peek. As far as Mauricio and Kyle and Kathy being Kathy thinking she was going to make her sister laugh by doing this thing over the Instagram thing, knowing like, I don't like when he does that. She's like, well, I thought you think it was funny. They do not like each other. Kathy and Kyle, y'all, this is just for the TV. You could tell Kathy's kind of not enjoying this, but she also doesn't like Mauricio. So I feel like she's going to be there for her sister and make sure, okay, really leave him, but also will get a kick out of making sure she smuts him as much as possible. I think she's always going to like that because it's personal with Kathy. It's not just, oh, Mauricio hasn't been the best husband. Maybe he stepped out. It's, oh, no, we told him not to do something business-wise. He did it anyway. Me and my husband got a bone to pick with him. That's the personal I'm talking about. So for the people that know the storyline, it's not just Kathy being like, your husband sucks. It's, no, I've never liked him. And I'm going to make sure y'all stay apart and this, that, and the third. Might smile and kiki and giggle. But Mauricio and Kyle. Girl, leave that man alone. He's happy. That's what we're seeing, y'all. We're seeing a man be happy. He's happy again. He couldn't stop sniggling and giggling. He was like a schoolgirl. He was so happy to be like, "Ooh, girl, oh, I like the color of them cabinets. You're doing real good." Like, he's happy, y'all. So I think Kyle is just sitting up here in shock, like, you're having a good time. She was even just like, oh, it's so funny. I'm like, yeah, Kyle, because he's having a good time not being with you, girl. Let the man just do his thing. You know what I'm saying? I think Mauricio's gone. I think the lease was, I think the furniture was a year lease. I think he just lied about the 6 months. That man is gone. You were placing pictures and stuff, and it was set on air. I don't even know if Kyle knows. I'd be mortified if my husband of almost 30 years replaced my picture with the Dancing with the Stars that you met 12 months ago. Like Sutton said in the confessional, Mauricio, bye. But that's just me. Like girl said, we heal. So that's all I got.
I see. I'm listening to you. I'm seeing some of the comments about. And this is what I was speaking to. This comment here from Sean saying Kyle is crying now, but she was mean to Mo when she had Morgan last season. Mm-hmm. Exactly, like last year when she, she thought she was doing the thing and walking around and acting like, oh, I'm gonna get this tattoo. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna hang out with Mo and I'm gonna do all these things. She seemed so preoccupied with her time that she wasn't thinking about it. But when things, because mind you, he hadn't moved out yet.
No, he was still there trying to be nice.
And she was finding. So I think that I don't. Is he truly happy? We don't know. He seems to be happy.
He's very.
Listening to Kyle, I don't really feel bad because for one, she's not as all her kids are grown. She has a lot of money. She can do whatever. I know she's at the age to where maybe she feels like I'm getting older, and because she made a comment, she said that I have to realize now I'm not a wife anymore. I'm not blah, blah, blah. Yeah, you're not. But at the same time, you're wealthy. Your kids are grown. All you have to worry about is your dogs. That's it. And I'm not saying, I mean, it's easier said than done. I can't speak to it because, at some point, obviously she wants companionship or whatever she wants. But it's just like, Kyle, you're not in a situation to where you're just like out here. You're not a single parent. You ain't got no toddlers. You're not unemployed. The only thing you got to worry about is not having somebody be next to you. In last year, you weren't really worried about him. So it's just like, we don't know what was happening, but it's like, Kyle, girl, it's just time. Maybe just move on. Just be happy too. Why don't you get you a bachelor pad? Have fun. Start back drinking. Do things. Live like she's been living. Go out. Go somewhere. Hit a split. Hit the split. Do things she likes to do.
Get that ponytail again. We haven't seen.
Right. It's just like, yeah. Um, I see other comments about Boz as well. About her, about Dorit taking her over. One thing I can say about Boz is that I do like too is that unlike other newbies in the past, they come in, not only do they kind of like cling on to somebody, but they
Yep.
also, their brain also becomes their, like what that the person they're with. So last year when we got Anna Marie, Annabelle, whatever her name is, she was like talking. She was obviously Kyle's friend, but she had easily taken to Kyle's side about things, and it was just like, we don't really see Boz, saying anything about Kyle and treating Kyle in any kind of way. I mean, at least
Oh,
not now. So it seems like although she is taking a liking to Dorit, which I don't know why she would do that. Because honestly, I would be like, this chick talks too much. Like she talks too much. That's what I would think. But I don't think that I think Boz will have her own brain, and I want to hope that she will continue to have so.
oh yeah.
Um, we'll talk about this comment too, Kid Cruddy, about the other ladies feeling like they were put there. But if Dorit is somebody that Boz likes and identifies with, then to me that just maybe that proves that she has not really watched this show. Because if she
And
did watch this show, I don't think she would really like Dorit.
no, in any capacity.
And I know it's about giving, a person a chance and taking things at face value. But honestly, some of the things that Dorit has done and said, especially as it relates to Garcelle, being a
Mm-hmm.
black woman, Boz seems very pro-black. You
Ab-
know, she's not black with a Q, as Eva said on Atlanta. And so I think that she would not. So I'm okay with them, kind of getting to know each other. I don't mind it. And if there's a crack in their relationship or a crack in Dorit or whatever, then Boz will figure out on her own. That's how I feel.
and
Um,
handle it all, I'm sure.
yeah. Yes, if Mo has a new fling, it's probably keeping him happy. I
He's
agree.
happy.
Boz is cool. What Sean say? Somebody said clock it, Sean. What Sean? Oh, what I said. Yeah, yeah, that's true. That's very true. That's Chase. Hey, Chase. Um, Now she don't want nobody to think she's an eater. Please. Okay.
Listen,
That she don't want nobody thinking she may be a part of the lesbian boat. And that's okay if she is. There's nothing wrong with that. Call it insecure. I agree. Thrill is gone. The thrill is gone. The thrill is gone.
yep.
Um, yeah, all these things y'all are saying, I agree with. She's not in the same situation as the marriage with her first baby. Yeah, she's good. Okay, so in the next scene we have, and this is one thing I wanted to bring up. Now, Erica this season, I don't know where she stands and where she sits, but if you notice, the only person that Kyle has to talk to about this Mauricio stuff is Kathy. It seems like Erica and Dorit are just like this, and I don't really know where Erica and Kyle stand. They seem to be okay, but why doesn't she? I mean, she don't really talk to her too much. I mean, the first scene, yeah, but I don't know. I guess Erica's doing a good job by not putting herself in the middle, but I just wonder why she doesn't confide into her more.
That's
Not sure.
true. We haven't seen that. That is
Um, But Dorita and Erica chat a little bit, and Erica is just telling Kyle about. I'm sorry. She's trying to tell Dorit about the whole Kyle thing, because the issue here seems to be this whole BravoCon, this comment and things like that or whatever. But she basically says that she also feels like the comment that Dorit made was not malicious or wasn't meant to hurt her. But Dorit says, "Well, listen, you're right, Erica. It wasn't meant to be malicious, but here's all the things that Kyle said and has done. Blah blah blah." She goes down this whole list of things and just things I wasn't even thinking about. I'm like,
because
girl,
production ran it down, baby. That's how I feel like that's kind of how you know whose side they're on in certain situations. They'll go, the receipts will, they're on Dorit's side. I want everyone to realize that. They're Team Dorit in this season when it comes to Kyle. The way they're showing the narrative is so obvious.
well, it's whatever team they on. I'm still bored. So, hello. See me in this. When you see me again, if you're just joining us, when you see me in this robe, I'm not finna strip. No, I'm bored. I'm bored. Okay, I'm bored. Not of y'all, of the show and this storyline. I think is not going to lead us through 19 episodes of a season. It's not even great for this would have been great to maybe close out the season that way, that we would get like a few episodes of it, and then The reunion, bam, it goes up. But this at the beginning, I ain't got time. I mean, come on. Yeah, so that was pretty much all with Dorit and Erica. It wasn't really much there. Erica, I don't think she's taking a side, but she kind of enables Dorit. She makes Dorit feel like she's valid in how she feels.
Oh, absolutely.
So I'm curious to know how Kyle feels about that. But that's one thing. Any thoughts here?
Mm, not really. I honestly feel like Erica is also you're right. I think she's being careful. She's honestly not even making this. What is Erica's role in this season? Now that I'm really, you made a
Hmm.
good point. She's kind of just floating through. Like I understand that she's still, even though it's almost what 3 seasons later, she's still in this rebrand, of let me try and move on as much as possible. So she's calmed down a lot more. She's not doing the crazy drinking this season. She made that obvious. I don't know if she's just gonna be the one that's just gonna float through and be like, yeah, girl, well, you guys are closer than this. I think you should talk about it. Talk about it.
Oh,
I
that's
get
right.
that. That's all we getting out of her this
That
season.
is her
But
storyline, Amanda. Erica's looking for furniture. That is Erica's storyline. She's looking for
and
furniture.
and she's pocket watching her castmates, and I wouldn't want to be in a scene with her if she
You
clocks
know,
off.
I'm so tired of her in that. Like, it has been like, okay, I can't remember when she started doing this. Whenever she moved into that house, she wanted to make it so clear and convey that she just doesn't live the same life. We know.
We see it.
We see. We see. Okay.
You don't have to be like,
I don't know whose place is bigger, hers or mine. And that's
girl,
okay.
listen.
You don't have that kind of money anymore. That's fine. Maybe you should sell the necklace that you kept. I don't know. That's what I think.
Erica be acting
But
so broke and be getting
she
on
be
my
acting like she's so
nerves.
poor.
Like,
Like I'd be like,
stop.
yeah, I don't.
Ridiculous. I'm like, can we stop that? Because at this point, you're right. It's been 2 full seasons of that.
And she
Girl,
always, if you notice, if anytime there's anything in these scenes, she's always the one that is counting the coin of what
pocket
somebody
watching.
else has. Somebody,
And,
whether it's this item, she always like, girl, we get it, Erica. We get it. We know.
we don't.
You and you could still have it. It's just gonna probably you may be a little behind on your mortgage, like regular people. That's okay. You have until what the first to pay it.
Listen, you can extend it to 15, baby. Figure it out, Erica. You will be okay, girl. Pocket watching. Dang. I would
Um,
my real jewelry around her. I'll be like, you know what? I'm gonna have to start wearing my fake jewelry in certain scenes. Who's filming today, Andy? Erica? All right, go ahead and put my real stuff in the safe and go ahead and bring out my costume jewelry. I don't know. Erica about to start pocket watching again. If you got 1 or 2 more episodes, and then I'm really gonna start to
and
get.
mind you, she's not poor. She's not poor. She ain't
She's
hell.
not.
Do we need to does she need to have an event and invite the people over so we can see that she ain't poor like Mary did Brittany? Because it's like, yeah, it just makes her look like she's just like, I don't know. Well, whatever. Neither here nor there. All right, so we get to the day of travel, and they get to Kathy's house. She's hosting like a little spread at her house before they leave. They're going to Oceanside. Dorit is just going on and on and on about leaving the kids. And obviously, I guess her and PK was supposed to be transparent, was supposed to be, communicating not as much, but they're not communicating at all right now. Yeah. And so they get on the bus and they're just having like casual conversation like about who dated what celebrity and who dated a celebrity that's now gay. I thought that was kind of interesting of a topic. I was like,
Very
okay.
random.
It was very random, but they spoke on things, they spoke about it, nothing really there. They get there and they have lunch on the beach, and Dorit just talks about how she's okay now. She may have had a little meltdown or whatever, but she's okay now for being away from the kids. The kids don't know that they're separating, so she's trying her best to shield them because that's one thing that her and PK agreed on. Um, and yeah, but while she's talking to Boz, and Boz is just listening with her eyes all squinted and blah blah blah. She's telling him how PK moved, and she didn't know that PK got a new place. They were supposed to be transparent about all things. How could he get an apartment or a bachelor pad without her knowing? And how could the kids be at this bachelor pad and blah blah blah. And Garcelle is like, are we not included in this conversation? I'm not gonna lie to you. I know where they've been in the past, Garcelle and Dorit. But I kind of want to be like, it's none of your business. like,
Garcelle
because
said
mind you,
no,
I
baby.
get it. I know Garcelle started her little. She put her production hat on 2 seasons ago, I believe it was, when she started,
Yep.
doing whatever. But I was just like, Garcelle, if she don't want to tell you, then she don't want to tell you. I don't have the best history, whether Garcelle is right in it or not. Like, she ain't got to tell you. She want to tell this black girl, not you.
Right. If anything, y'all got the worst history. If anything, she's the
um,
last one on the group.
right. It's given. Well, dang, why she couldn't accept me as a black girl? Why she accepted her? I don't know. That's what I'm getting. That's what I'm getting. Like, dang, I'm black. I was black first. Why she couldn't be telling me this stuff? I don't know. This is what I feel.
That better not be the case, Garcelle. I'll be damned. That better not be it, girl.
So then Erica, she chimes in and fills the other ladies in and tells them about, about what's going on with Dorit. Because obviously Dorit, Erica knows the most about everything that's been going on. That's who Dorit has been talking to. And so everyone kind of chimes in about their divorces, talking about how mainly the men, the husbands got really mean, I guess, when it came down to it. I think I believe Sutton just got her settlement or whatever for her divorce, like recently or something like that, right? It was just recent, I
I
believe.
saw something in the headlines about that. It
Yeah,
was
it was something recent.
definitely
So
within the last 6 to 9 months, I feel like.
and we know that he just remember she told us last season that when they got divorced, he just left, right? Or he woke up the next morning and was like, I want a divorce. And that was
Oh
it.
yeah, there was no even a back and there was no
Yeah.
reconciliation, no therapy, nothing. He was like,
Yeah.
"Oh yeah, I'm out."
And then Erica says, that Tom was mean, but I mean Tom was like 105 years old. So I mean, at that age, you know, what does she expect? And she also said that, I mean, come on. I mean, I don't even want to go down that road between Erica and Tom, because when we covered that season where she was explaining everything, how she was riding for him and things like that, I'm like, girl, yeah, he was me. I don't know, but he seemed to be okay to me, or at least the way you told us. At least that you told us that he was okay.
Ooh, ooh, ooh. She's like, I don't even
Um,
the things he said. I don't even want to repeat it.
Yeah, he didn't. He didn't. We
Wow.
wanted to repeat it seasons ago when you said that he. What did he do? Did he run down the hill in the snow and ran over
Ran down
somebody?
the
Right. He got out
hill,
the car.
got a bobsled, got on a horse, got a
It
canoe, went
was
down to
so
the
much. It was so much.
405, did a cartwheel, and then called for help. That's the
Yeah.
story I remember. I think
Yeah.
you remember it that way too. Yeah, it was
I
something.
think it was something. It was definitely a
Mhm.
cartwheel in there. um. So yeah, to finish this thing off, they play some games and they play like a relay race of a game. The black girls won. I was like, okay, they actually on teams. Hey, we love to see the black sisters. Ooh, ooh, ooh. And then they played Duck Duck Goose, which I thought was like the most like random weird thing ever. But it was fun. Like it was
That's
fun,
what I'm saying. I don't know if maybe we got to get into a certain tax bracket to do stupid things again, but it seemed fun. I was like, you
Yeah,
know what?
it
Okay,
seemed
I
fun. I
might have
mean,
to
just
call my
seeing them,
friends over so we play some just elementary ass games, but make it fun because you're drunk.
yeah, I agree.
Well,
I thought it was fun. I didn't see anything wrong with it. I'm very childish when it comes to things like that. I like to
yeah,
pull out my inner child. I love things like that. So I was like, okay, let's, why not? If
it was
what I
cute.
would have did, honestly, would have been duck, duck, goose, drink, because if I catch you, you gotta take a shot. That's what I would have
Oh,
did.
that's a good idea.
And
That's
that's
a
how I
good
would have added
idea.
the element of adulthood to it, while also
Make it
making
grown. That is
yeah.
a good idea. Okay, we're gonna have to
That's what
put
I
that
would
in
do.
our back pocket for our group trip, y'all. Our
Duck
lean
that
trip.
goose drink. But listen, now ain't gonna be too many much of them they're running, because after a few shots, I'm like, woo, you know how we give it up. Like,
We're
let's
gonna be
not.
like Dorit. Why Dorit fall that many goddamn times?
She was fun, child.
Gone every
Apparently,
time.
she did. Any thoughts on this? Anything in this area here? Nothing really happened here, but anything in this scene you want to add before we get
Uh
to the last part?
no, Dorit just looks stupid. Oh, I paid attention to the slow mo of her falling every time, and I immediately looked for Colin in the closest vicinity, and I know she was getting her life. Every time Dorit fell, she was like, "Good job, thank you, Sand." Hilarious. It was cute. It was a cute scene. I loved it. Like Kathy said, she's just like, I mean, I feel like I'm always stuck in some type of fairy tale, or I'm always in preschool. Whatever she said, it was
Yeah.
cute.
Yeah. I agree. All right. So then in the last scene, um, it was they went to dinner, but leading up to dinner, there was a couple of conversations. We see so obviously Jennifer Tilly is there, and Jennifer Tilly is. I mean, it's been said many times online. She's rich, rich, rich. She has Simphis money. She has Chucky Bride money. She got a lot of damn money, and she's just rich, just for no reason.
With
But I like what I like about her is she's so like quirky and like she's like a goth. Like if you notice, she brings sage and she wears skulls and like I don't know. I like seeing her be her true authentic self. I would like to see more of her. If she's going to be the official friend, she needs to activate because
this is only the
well
second time we've seen her, huh?
well yeah, but I need her to like I don't know. She needs to get in some mess. I mean
Yeah.
I don't care if you're rich, but give me something more. If she's going to be I think she is the official friend. So hopefully
Haven't met anybody else yet. Oh, what a good friend of the show. Come
you
on.
forgot she was in the Chucky, the bride of Chucky.
Yeah. Who
What?
said forgot? Art World.
Yes, that's honestly that's where I know her from the most
That's one of
because
her
of
most
her
iconic
voice.
voice roles.
Yes,
Like if you weren't a '90s liar liar Jim Carrey fan, that's fine. If that wasn't your genre, she crossed over with The Bride of Chucky because that reached everybody. Kids watched it, adults watched it, so that was like her like chef's kiss role. And
yeah,
she played the hell out of that Bride of Chucky, girl.
yeah. She was. I mean, I think she was even just in the show. I think the show ended. The show was on for the last few years. I think the show ended, but she was in the show too. But yeah, she's
Oh, I
iconic.
didn't know that. Okay, okay.
I know her from Liar Liar. Yeah, she is
Yes,
an
baby.
icon. She's doing well. I like to see her
Liar,
on here. I
liar.
didn't know if this would be a good fit for her, but we'll see. Maybe
I
they
think
just
it's
doing
good.
well.
Look, she can continue to bring $33,000 Louis purses randomly shaped like a boat. That's cute. Give us a
I
little
thought it was an
update.
iron. I thought it was an iron. I said, is it an iron? I didn't know it was. But whatever it was, well, Erica said it was not a boat. It was art. I'm
Look,
like, girl, whatever it
Erica
is,
knew the price
you can't
tag.
afford
Erica,
it.
there's only 4 made in the country, and 2 of them are in California. And Erica knew the damn barcode. She knew everything.
Whatever it is, Erica, you can't afford it. So
Listen,
please don't try to correct somebody on what it is if you can't buy it your damn self. And I'm just gonna say that. when I can't get it myself, I just shut up and be like, well, whatever she said it is, that's what it is because she bought it.
period. She got it. Erica, shut up. God.
Yeah, Amanda, so the Chucky series, I believe if the last season wasn't the last season, then this current season is the last season that's gonna be coming on. But it's on Peacock, I believe, or
Oh,
one
I
of them show
didn't know that.
FX or something. It was a really good show. But she was all
Really?
yeah,
I
it's an
never
actual
saw it.
it's an actual TV show. The first season was really good. The second and third season, I didn't really like it too much. I don't know.
Is she in all the seasons?
Huh?
Is she in all the seasons? Like,
She comes in at a certain point when
okay.
once the Bride of Chucky. What's the Bride of Chucky's actual name? What's her name?
What is it?
I forgot her name.
Look, it starts
The
with an F.
dog, the female. I can't think of her name, but yeah, once she comes into the show, yes, that's when she comes in. Yeah,
Okay.
that's it. That's it. USA. Yeah, Jim Butt. Yeah, that's it. It was on USA, but it's also on
Oh,
Peacock
okay.
too. You can watch it on Peacock. It's on Peacock too.
Perfect. Perfect.
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
it was, but it should be on Peacock. And that's where I would go and watch it. Season 2 and season 3. But like I said, first season was good. Season 2 and 3, but it's been
And
canceled. So yeah.
we love her though. I think she'll be good on the show. You're right. She got to give us a little something. Like I'm gonna need her to say something like quick or smart to Dorit real quick. Like, are you sure about that? I don't know. And Dorit
Yeah.
get mad and go back and forth for a second, and then Sutton takes Jennifer into the kitchen and pours more vodka. I need something like that. So
Yeah.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah. All right. So the last scene, they like I said, they're getting ready for dinner, and we see Garcelle, Sutton, and Jennifer Tilly. And Garcelle just feels like Dorit is basically hogging balls, balls, balls to herself. And I'm like, okay, Garcelle, like I know I know it ain't much going on right now. I know you don't like Dorit, but I'm like, okay, like if you want to get to know Boz, I'm pretty sure you can just talk to her. You don't have to like fight Dorit for it. It ain't like Dorit is pulling Boz to the side. she's talking to her because that's who she, has made a connection with. But I was like, okay. So they get to dinner and Kyle gives a toast. But she also says that she wants to speak to Dorit at some point because there's an elephant in the room. And of course, Kathy is like, "What elephant?" I'm like, "Oh, all right, Kathy girl, we get it. We know you're a little slow. We got it." Um, but Dorita's like, "Well, I want to actually address the elephant now." And so she talks about their conversation at Sutton's party, how she was kind of letting Kyle have it, but Kyle left the conversation. And so Dorit starts out by talking about the BravoCon comment, and she talks about how she showed Erica, and Erica was just as surprised that Kyle would be upset about it as well. But she also says that she felt like it was a joke as well. Mind you, she's pulling Erica into the situation. She's like trying to, yeah, because Erica said, I'm like, Dorit, just have your own battle. She's definitely like, what's Erica said? I'm like, oh God, here we go. She did. But Kyle is like, well, honestly, no, there's more. And then she talks about a comment that was made about Teddy and how she feels like Dorit didn't speak up for Teddy because Dorit is also friends with Teddy. And Dorit is just like, honestly, I don't care about people's opinions. That's you. It's always been you. I didn't really feel the need to speak up about something like that. Like, it was a comment. They were at BravoCon. Like, I don't give a damn. I'm still
At
friends with
all.
Teddy. I didn't feel the need to speak up for her. Like, basically, where I stand with Teddy, and whatever else is going on, somebody says about me, right? So then Kyle talks about the final straw being when Dorit showed that text message. But she says that, she doesn't feel like Dorit is that type of girl. But Dorit is like, well, in interviews, you go in these interviews and you are saying I'm that girl. You're saying that I was showing this message and blah, blah, blah. Ultimately, Dorit feels like she showed the message because she felt like Kyle was being manipulative in whatever. Yes, her name was Tiffany, Jim Bunny. Yes, that was her name.
Oh, yes, it was. It
was. And so, Dorit once again throws Erica in the fire, and it's just like because Erica feels, and Erica said, and she basically tells Kyle. Kyle tries to speak, and then Dorit is just like, "No, let me speak." Kyle says, "Let me speak," and Dorit is like, "No, it's time for you to fucking listen to me." And that's where the episode ends. So I guess next episode, Dorit is going to talk more about this. But honestly, based on the material, I'll tell you this: I'm not interested because they're just pulling up things from the show. There is nothing really rooted in this issue, in my opinion. Dorit can say that Kyle has been a shitty friend to her, but Kyle has been a shitty friend and even shittier sister to other people. Not saying it gives her excuse to be that way to Dorit, but it's just like I don't really think that any of this stuff is like key to ending a friendship. Personally, they really ain't never really been friends for real. If you listen to what they're saying about each other, they barely hang out, they barely talk off camera. Whereas you have relationships like Sutton and Garcelle, who we know hang out together.
Yep.
You don't really see Kyle and Dorit, taking pictures outside of the show. You don't see them going to events together.
Or
so,
Kyle,
I mean, huh?
Or even Kyle and Erica. Like, their friendships aren't real. The only genuine friendship, it seems like, is Garcelle and Sutton.
And it's so crazy. They call themselves the Fox 5-4, whatever it used to be. Honestly, what I'm starting to think, and I hate to say this, I think that Lisa Rinna was the glue to their wig and their family. And I'm not saying I like Lisa Rinna, but I think Lisa Rinna is the only person that was keeping them as in Erica, Dorit, and Kyle together. I think once she left, and I'm still glad she left, we started to see the real cracks.
When the grandma or the family died, no one wants to get together for Thanksgiving. The family separate ways. Lisa Rinna was Big Mama.
Right. Like,
Big Mama
I strongly feel that way, that Lisa Rinna was that glued to that thing. And so yeah, that's what we are. I guess she's gonna lash out at Kyle again. It's gonna be the same argument. I'm just really not interested. Like I said, I'm wearing this robe because I'm bored. Because I just feel like this storyline is not something. One, there's no substance behind it. The two individuals on both ends, I don't care for either one of them. Let's be clear, because I don't. Do I mind? Do I care? I mean, I don't mind seeing someone lash out at Kyle. I don't really like Kyle, but at the same time, it's Dorit, and Dorit was really annoying me. It's like she's really in her confessionals hyping up this whole thing. Like she's all loud and doing all this, and Kyle is treating like it. I'm like, Dorit, you don't even feel, you are not that smart to even put these things together to know why you're upset. You
That's
ain't
true.
upset for nothing for real. It's just all made up to me. So I'm not invested. Like it's kind of stupid, and I can't wait until they just make up and fake nice for the rest of the season. We get to something else because it's like it does not make any sense until they give me something on camera that is like something that I can be like, okay, now that's kind of messed up. Then, girl, please, I don't really care. What are your thoughts?
And thoughts. I think I think Bravo got one more time to fade out an episode in the same manner. No, y'all did not end this episode the same way you did the last. I'm trying to think about the last time that's even happened, where the episode ended with the same two people fighting and kind of going into the next transition. I said, wait, am I on episode 2? What is this? It's them again, and it's always Dorit at the end. The last scene is always Dorit looking at Kyle, and the music goes dun dun dun. I'm like, we did this, but we just did this. We
Yeah.
just did this. Like, we get it. Great start to a season. Do not get me wrong. This start this season was so good with Dorit coming out of nowhere. I even for a split second forgot who I hated more, and that takes a lot for that to happen with me. But 3 episodes in, we ain't focusing on Kyle and Dorit this whole season. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. I need y'all to figure it out. I hope something else comes in out of nowhere. I need PK to get caught with the nanny, and it was on the video cam, and she's been holding on to the footage. Something else got to happen. It can't just be like you said. It'd be different if the fight had some type of oomph to it, like some type of like Denise. The issues with
Yeah.
Denise, those are real issues. Those are real allegations. You know what I'm saying? The husband got mad, was questioned about her sexuality. That's heavy. It's different. That's different, right? The issues with Kim Richards, heavy stuff. Kyle and Dorit. Kyle, did you really just sit up there and say you don't like this woman because you spilled a shot on her and she jokingly said that she chose one sister over you? Did you really just bring that up? You're 52 years old. You just said that? It's not deep. I'm totally with you on that. And although we know Kyle's wrong, because we've seen Kyle
Oh
read
yeah, of course.
well,
Listen. If I
like
chose a side here, it would definitely be Dorit.
absolutely.
But I mean,
Here, here.
it shouldn't. It don't. The fact that it's taken Dorit of all people to try to expose someone for being a bad friend. I mean, we saw it last. Sun did the same thing last year, kind of. I mean, we saw that Kyle is just not a great person as it relates to friends and family. Let's go back to Lisa Vanderpump. Let's go back to Kim Richards, like her sister. So, I mean, Dorit, you sat and saw all these things, and maybe you sat there and rubbed her back. But girl, this is not. Please stop.
Please,
Right? Like it
please
just goes
stop.
so far back. Like Kyle has just never been a great friend. That is another reason why she's so in this lonely space. Because I don't, I know they film a show, but when they're not filming, who do they hang with? What does she do? What is she going to do? Like, is she at home with the dogs? Is she talking to Portia on the phone? Like, I feel like Kyle is truly a loner. And I think that's another reason why she doesn't have not only a relationship, but she doesn't have any true friends. But I mean, that's her own doing. That's just me.
That's
But
okay.
huh?
Call Faye.
Who?
Faye.
Oh, Faye? No,
Call
please,
Faye.
girl,
Loves Faye.
Faye,
She's
they ain't her
always
friend
there.
either. Yeah. Mm-mm, mm-mm. All the Becky's been
We need something else. This episode,
Eddie.
it was mid. It was
Mid. It wasn't even mid. It was like some bad weed. Like it
well,
was like
I did like, and maybe, and this is just me personally. I do like seeing both Kyle and Dorit looking stupid in their marriages. Like I do like seeing the husbands carefree, picking daisies and throwing, shimmies all over the city. I like seeing that because I don't like the woman. However, outside of that, I think I'm gonna get over that now. Okay, I'm already over Kyle and Mauricio. I'm kind of, even though it just started, kind of over the PK and Dorit thing too. That's not going to keep me that interested either. Like, I don't think so. I will be interested if we find out more about. I still want y'all to tell me what PK does for a living. I'm waiting for that. So unless something new comes out with Dorit and her issues with Kyle, unless they really get rumble tumble with it, or unless something comes out, I don't know. Episode 3, I don't know. I'm kind of with you on that. I hate to say it, y'all, but I'm kind of with Tiz. It's whatever's. That's kind of all I got.
Look at the comments. Says she has friends. Yeah, I mean, we know she got friends, but I
Kyle
mean,
has a lot.
does she have friends, or does she got people that she can go, kick it with in the celebrity spotlight? I don't know. You tell me. I ask you. Um,
I asked you, is it Quincy? I asked you.
Honestly, I don't think anyone talks to Garcia outside of filming other than Sutton. And I talked about this the first episode. I just feel like Garcia hasn't really found her footing in this group still. She's is almost like every beginning of the season, it seems like she's a newbie every year. Um, like she just the interactions don't give like, oh my god, so good to see you. It's just always like,
Oh,
how the kids, what is this? It's just questions that you ask people when you ain't seen them in a long time. And I get it, they're filming a show, but it's just like I don't really feel like Garcelle has found her footing in this group still.
I think
um
she has a wall up, and I think it's
you think
obvious.
Garcelle has a wall up?
Season after season, I honestly think, because if you think about the first season, she came in, she was a little bit more warm, she was more happy. I think after that, once she started to peep second season, the Fox Five come together against her, throwing away books in the trash can, telling her son to shut the F up, laughing about death threats. After some time, yeah, I'm cool off you heifers. We can film. I'm not gonna cuss no one out. We can kiki. You can come up and ask me how my day's doing. Hey girl, whatever. But I'm not gonna be cool with you. Now, is it good for TV? No, it's not. So she may
Yeah.
need to balance it out a little bit more. But that's just my assumption. I completely see what you're saying. I think it comes from something though, because all them hoes was against her. Let's be real.
No,
Laughing,
and that's
kiki,
why
and
I don't really have an issue. Like, I seen social media. I see the tweets and
mm-hmm.
whatever it's called, Blue Sky Social, whatever that people be on these days.
Oh, child, I gotta get on that. Y'all kids is moving too fast. Give me a
I
second.
would say whatever y'all kids be on
Give
these,
me
I'm
a
getting a
second.
little too old.
I can't. Y'all switching programs and
I
stuff.
just started using TikTok.
So you
And
with me?
mind
I'm
you,
like, wait a minute. I don't like change.
I can't. But I saw people saying like, Garcelle needs to get over it with Dorit and stuff like that. No, she doesn't.
Oh, absolutely not.
She doesn't have to get over it because
No.
of the things that she's experienced with Dorit. There's nothing wrong with her having that guard up with her or whatever. But
Yeah.
I just think maybe in this case, and I know she on the show, maybe just like be quiet, don't act interested when you're really not interested. Continue to feel the way about her. I mean, growth, I get it, but on a show like this, you have to try to move forward. And if she's going to continue to be on the show with Dorit, because Dorit clearly don't want to leave, she gonna make sure she pull any scandal out her butt every year. Then I think that she needs to have a sit down, a real one, and they try to move forward. But she clearly does not really like Dorit still, and she is kind of siding with Kyle. And that's just kind of weird to me because I don't really like either one of these ladies, but I understand what the readers were coming from. Kyle is not right in any way,
No.
at all, personally. So that's just me. Yeah. But she's solely choosing Kyle's side because she doesn't. No, I agree. No, I'm agreeing with you, Marcus. Yes, I agree. Like she is choosing Kyle's side because of she doesn't like to read. But
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I'm just saying,
She
like,
took
but,
the, like,
yeah.
hey, I mean,
But part of that is because of what she has experienced with Dorit.
Yeah.
That she is, that's the reason why. If she just will see a little clear, her judgment will be so clouded, and she will be like, okay, you know what, Dorit, I may not like you, but I feel you. Because I mean, let's be clear, Kyle has not been the best of friends to Garcelle either.
No.
Garcelle, I mean, Kyle has supported some things that has been against her. All the things that Dorit has done, Kyle hasn't really been there for her either. The
Kyle
things that
called
Erica has
Garcelle
done.
a thief the first season, said that she ain't pay her tab. She called her a thief and a
right. I mean, come on now. So I need them to Garcelle to kind of like move the cloud, move the bang,
yes.
move that little wig to the side like this,
Move
and
that big
just
flower out the way.
lift it up a little bit. And I'm showing my head, bow.
Get it together. Get it together, Garcelle. Lord.
Um, all right, so we got some callers in the queue. Balance it out more. I agree, Jim Bunny, balance it out more. Sass K says, "What if this fight is staged? Because they had nothing to film, honey." No lie, the way that Dorit is talking in the confessionals, she's so hyped up. Dorit. We're watching Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, but when I'm watching Dorit's confessionals, I feel like she's on Love and Hip Hop. Like she all hyped up and Kyle is doing this. I can't believe like she's so loud and so extravagant, so extra. It's just like Dorit, like please.
Flipping off the camera, like, screw you, Kyle. I'm like, okay, like you've never done that before either. I don't know. Don't let me think this is fake.
Yeah. I agree with this too, Marcus. Garcelle should stay out of it 100%. I know
Yeah.
she wants to be involved and put her producer hat on, but it does not look good for her. And I feel, people may like, dislike the read, but it puts her in a space to where the fans can be. It makes her look like a hater. It looks like she's binding against the wrongdoing, binding with the wrongdoing to go against something because she doesn't like somebody.
Yeah.
And that's never cool. I don't really like that for anybody. So hopefully she gets it together. The preview did not look good, but hopefully, she fixes it at some point. I don't know.
Oh
All right.
Lord.
We got some callers in the queue. Make sure y'all like this video and subscribe to the channel. We'll be here tomorrow for Salt Lake City. We did not do last week. We were out eating I don't eat turkey, but whatever y'all was eating, we was all eating and doing things with our families and loved ones. We're going to cover last week's episode as well as this week's episode tomorrow. Potomac is on Monday still. And then if you're watching Married to Medicine, obviously that is now on No Chaser TV, 8 p.m. Eastern on Tuesday, still hosted by Chase, features the same panel. All right. So, Ronnie, how you doing? It's been a minute.
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Hey, what is this picture? Oh, what is that?
It's a picture of Kyle's hands.
Oh, that is. I thought that was Edward Scissorhands.
Okay, you know what?
Okay, I struggle. Notably, and I say it on my channel too, I've never understood Kyle. Season 1, frame 1, episode 1. She's never done it for me. And I know the conversation is usually, well, you need that like the voice of reason or the anchor, much like what Candy would do on Atlanta. I just feel like we're giving too much grace for Kyle to have had this many successful seasons. I personally, season 1, episode 1 was like, this girl doesn't even necessarily belong on the show. She was lackluster season 1. So for her to have all these seasons, like something is really odd about that to me. And then I started thinking, I was perplexed on this episode because I said, even though, because I don't want to sound like a hater myself, even though I've not enjoyed her, I think we're going to a territory where she, in a level of her own mental health, needs to step away. Because she was talking with Mauricio and, of course, playing to the camera. And, of course, we all have experience playing to the camera as well with the works that we've done. And you just get to a level where you see that the person is broken. So even though I have not enjoyed Kyle, she's never been entertaining to me. I just think she's actually going a little too far as a broken and a hollow person, because the way she spoke about that interaction with Mauricio as well, we're friendly, but he's not really paying attention to me and this, and this, or he's moved on. It felt really, really like, if you have all the money in the world, this is no longer good for you at all, Kyle. And I'm saying that like respectfully. And also like, just if we're going to make a comment out of it and make it a joke, it's like, she was sort of performing as like an AI. She was like artificial, like she was just saying the sentences that you would say if I don't know if they're broken up yet, but the husband that you're estranged from comes back in the house. It just felt very unhuman-like. And I know in the 20 years that I worked in radio, there's just that certain drug about being on the air, in this case on the television, that you do have to pull away. So it's weird that somebody who's not liked her since episode 1, season 1, frame 1, is so like compassionate that I do think she needs to leave. Now, where that sits with the show is she's too interwoven into the show where nothing is able to move on. Her arrested development is causing problems. And I don't blame. I think you guys made a great point. Garcelle, like, she's not really like showing up because, she had what she had in the earlier seasons. But like, I would do what she does too. Get that check and keep it real quiet and move on, because no one has a chance to really grow. Funny enough, I actually don't mind Dorit. Like Dorit, of course, has her faults, but I don't mind her at all. But this just feels too redundant, and it feels like a web that the show needs to get out of. I think Kathy does a good job by just being like goofy Kathy, and that's of course put on, for the show. Like I get it, but I think there needs to be something else. The new girl, I do enjoy her, so there's some potential there.
Yes.
Jennifer Tilly, there's potential there. But I mean, if it was me, you guys, I know this is maybe the most unpopular opinion, but I would take Kyle down. She'd have to be she
It
could be
ain't
on the
on popular
show.
panel, baby.
She could be on the show. What'd you say?
I said it's not unpopular with this panel.
Oh, she could be on the show, but like in a part-time capacity, because now I think she's kind of went to an interesting route, especially that she's done, production and as an actress and all these things. Now she's too addicted to this. So now it's even worse. Like she can't, some of the other people, I always say this like about Kenya Moore, not to always make it about Kenya, you know how I live for Kenya. But like people like Kenya Moore who have done this for a long time, they're going to be good regardless of the show. Not saying Atlanta didn't help her career, but like some people are just stars regardless on how they act, how they move, how they operate. Kenya probably wants to continue to do it, but if she doesn't, she's going to be fine. I feel that Kyle is addicted to this in a very unhealthy way. And it needs to be examined. And I thought when I put the little photo up of her hands, I thought I'd be making fun of her. But really, as I'm talking to you guys, there's something wrong. Something needs to be looked at because this is very unhealthy. Yeah, that's the real deal.
That's a valid. That is, I mean, listen, I mentioned it earlier. I said that the scene with her, Marisa, is almost like she was meeting this guy for the first time, and she was trying to prove herself to him, and it just felt really weird.
It was cringe. It was embarrassing.
It was very cringe to see. I mean, yeah, and I don't know, but I agree. And I see comments saying that she's been lackluster since season 1. I didn't watch. I watched season 1, but I didn't watch season 1 when it aired. So I've seen it, all of it, right? But I've never really found Kyle to be interesting. Honestly, she's been interesting. She's been more interesting the last few seasons that I have been reviewing it, and that's just because the cast and other things been going on, and not even interested. She just been more like whatever, right? But I have never really enjoyed her as a housewife, honestly.
Yeah, and this was
Vanderpump is who brought me to Beverly Hills, honestly. Then I went back and watched previous seasons. It was Vanderpump.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's who brought me.
Was this comment true? Because I thought I saw this floating around. And this does make for a hard show. None of the cast members here, none of them are married.
No.
Now,
because like even though we don't necessarily miss Crystal, like I just there is something that does get lost from this show when
confessional.
Huh?
Garcelle said it in the confessional.
Yeah. So okay, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't know who you cast, because I feel like this particular franchise, they cast like very, very lavish, like it's always got to be about money. But I feel like they're missing like somebody who's on the verge of that. Like I think that's who you cast next season. I don't know who that is. I don't know if there's somebody with the namesake or there's somebody as an unknown, but you got to get somebody as their ascension, because something about just having a bunch of single cast members with all the money in the world. We were talking in the chat earlier. I guess one of the ladies gets $320K a month. Like she don't need to be on the TV. I'm not even dissing Sutton, but she don't need to be on the TV. You got to give it to somebody who's hungry. I feel like that's the problem with Beverly Hills. Nobody is hungry. I think that's kind of the fairest way to say it. There's nobody who's passionate because no one necessarily needs to. Like Sutton's playing around. She's playing in our face. Jennifer Tilly, she's got Simpson money. She could play in our face. Kathy Hilton, she could play in our face. Like there's nobody who actually has any stakes. And I feel like maybe that's what's going on. Anyways, I took enough of your time. Sorry I talked too long. And if you let me have 1 second, if anyone wants to go to my channel too, randomlyronniejr.com. Thank you.
Next time, if you're gonna do that, Ronnie, you let me know, please. Thanks.
I'm sorry. I know you got. You got.
Ronnie, it's fine. Ronnie is a long-term friend of mine here. Actually, so we both used to do what's it called, child? I can't think of it. AfterBuzz. And so I actually joined AfterBuzz at the tail end of it. And AfterBuzz was actually an inspiration for me to create the link. So I've known Ronnie for a while. Ronnie's been doing this for way longer than me, honey. So make sure y'all check out his channel as well. Is it Randomly Ronnie Jr. or is Randomly Ronnie? Which one?
This is Randomly Ronnie Jr. But really, the truth is, I'm jealous of you because my dedication has been on and off. I'm old. I'm over 40. So once you get over 40, when I was 28, 32, 35, I was like, oh, I'm going in. But boy, when you turn over 40, I gotta say, you slow down. And
Mhm.
I wouldn't say jealous. I wouldn't say jealous, but I would say whatever the cousin of jealous is, whatever the word that is. I'm jealous of Tez and all his success. And over at Randomly Ronnie Jr. it's tumbleweed. So if you all want to come over every once in a while, come on
Weak.
over.
Well, go on over there and get rid of them tumbleweeds.
we talk
Thank
about
you, Ronnie. Okay.
we talk about Kenya Moore quite a bit.
Oh Lord. Okay. Yeah. Goodbye.
Bye.
All
We'll
right.
send a friend. We're gonna send a friend.
All right. Our next caller is going to be JB. Hey, JB. I saw you on camera earlier. You gonna get on camera for us? I love to see.
Nah, can you hear me though?
I guess I'll take the voice.
Ooh,
Can you hear
I'm
me?
just, I'm just talking. How you doing?
I'm good. How are y'all?
We're doing
good.
good. How about yourself?
I'm good. So I'm nervous. I've never actually called into a radio show ever, so this is new for me. But
Okay.
and I'm not going to be nearly as eloquent as the last guy. But I do want to say I'm still waiting on Dorit to just really let Kyle have it. I think there were glimpses of it in episode 1 when they were sitting at the table, and Kyle, anytime she hears just a little bit of basically confrontation, she starts yelling and screaming over Dorit, give me some effing grace, give me some effing grace, and Dorit kind of got her with grace time is over. And then on this last episode, she's like, I don't remember what she was saying, but Dorit basically, oh yeah, she was like, you didn't say anything about Teddy, and you were just trying to play for the audience. And Dorit, got her with, no, Kyle, that's you, and you could see Kyle felt stung by that. But I'm waiting. It's like they keep cutting the episodes off right before Dorit can get to the meat of the matter. And it's frustrating, and I'm hoping that they will actually give us that satisfaction, but I don't know, it seems like a question mark. And the last thing, and this kind of tacks on to what the last guy was saying, is I don't know if you guys ever heard of House of Hilton, but that's kind of like the book that talks about how those Richards girls and Kathy Hilton were raised by their mom.
Oh yeah.
And basically what I've come to realize is that, like the other caller said, and I had actually written it down before he said it, she is a hollow person. And I think the only kind of thing that drives her is competition. So she competes with all these ladies. She's not friends with them. And very frankly, when she was sitting on that couch with Mauricio, I think she was competing with him. I think she was upset with the fact that he was happier than her, if that makes sense.
Absolutely. I could totally
That's
see.
a very good analysis. But
Yeah.
I could see that.
Yeah, so it just kind of seems like, other than competition, because that's how her mother raised her to interact with her sisters,
Mhm.
other than competition, there's nothing really that drives her. And that's the reason that we're all kind of like, sadly, we want other people to take her down, because she can point out and see faults in everyone else, but she has no ability to introspect, and she has no clue that this is what she's doing to all of her friendships. So anyway.
Ooh.
It was something I was going to add to your first point. Wait. So what I was going to say about Dorit and lashing out. My thing with Dorit, we know Dorit is very long-winded. Dorit has had the floor. They wouldn't have to cut these damn episodes and these scenes, and she would just get to it, right? It's like you would think that the nitty-gritty of this issue was the what's it called? The BravoCon. Because that's what she led with. She literally said, well, I want to talk about what's really the issue. And she says, BravoCon. I would cut the cameras too.
Yeah.
Because okay, like if there truly is more, then I think we would have heard it. I don't think Dorit is going to say anything that we haven't heard already. She's not going to drop any bombs over Baghdad. It is not going to be anything gag worthy. Like I do want to see Kyle get whatever, whatever. But honestly, I enjoyed Sutton doing this last year with naming. Because the best way to get to Kyle is to just make her look absolutely ridiculous by just doing something crazy. I don't think that there's anything anybody could say. Because I'm gonna say this: Kyle, she may appear to be whatever, but I do think when it comes to like this, she's a very strong person. It takes a lot to get to her. Yes, she'll cry, she'll run off, but breaking her, I don't think that's something that a lot of them can do.
No.
To break her is to make her look crazy. And because image, in my opinion, is one thing. It's one thing she likes keeping. Then like take away some of her resources. Like you said, she likes to compete,
Right.
and that's not
Well,
gonna
that's
happen
why she
anytime
hates
soon.
the Vanderpump so much. That makes sense because that's someone she can't compete with.
Yeah, I mean, and
There
even
it
Dorit,
is.
like
Yeah.
Dorit, I don't know, Dorit. I'm sure Dorit got more money, but Dorit is very fabulous. Like, you know, the masses really like Dorit. Well, some people I don't really like Dorit, but you know, she's known to be fabulous and grand and things like that. And Kyle may have all the money, but she could just never really compete with that. So that's a very good analysis you put with that. I never thought about it like that.
I think Dorit's going to get a rude. Well, I mean, not Dorit. I think Kyle's going to get somewhat of a rude awakening. They did a poll last night on Watch What Happens Live. You know, if you're Team Kyle, Team Dorit, and I think it was like over 70% were Team Dorit. So I would love to see Kyle's reaction to that. I mean, I know we never will, but you know, yeah, I think that will probably be the first time that she gets an outside perspective because everyone else around her is tap dancing.
Yeah.
Erica, Kathy, you know, Sutton, even Garcelle is running up behind her. So I think that will be the first time that she gets a reality check. We'll see. I don't know.
I really want. You know who I think? I know people in the chat are saying Kathy could break her. I think
Well, Kathy definitely broke
her boots, and of course, I mean, you know, Kim even in her worst state could still break.
Oh yeah. She broke her when she was running away from the table.
That Erica could attempt to actually give a good lashing. She may ain't got the resources to back it up. She may be a little broke, whatever y'all want to call her, but I think Erica could because Erica. We know she can go there if we know like she can if need be. But that's just
cool.
Erica.
All right, you have anything else for us, JB?
No, that's it. But thank you guys.
Thank you for calling in. I know it's your first time across all of YouTube land, so that means a lot to me. And hopefully we call in
so
more.
Good too.
I did see you on the camera too, so don't be trying to hide. You know, I love to see you call in, but I love to see a face too. But either or, I'm still grateful for either way. So thank you.
All right, appreciate y'all. Okay,
have a good night.
Later.
All right. Thank you to our callers tonight, JB and Runny. Yeah, like very, in my opinion, lackluster episode. I'm sorry I keep closing this robe, but you know, again, if you see me in a robe, that means I was bored, and I'm just gonna that's across all the shows. You know, and this episode was okay. I hope that it picks up. I hope, like JB said, that in next episode we get this true lashing, or Dorit will drop this bomb. She's not drop this bomb or whatever, or we get something else out of this because I need this to wrap up. I mean, by like honestly, by episode now, I need to wrap up.
Oh yeah, they're done. Oh,
I hope so.
Like it's over. Like y'all got 3. They have 3 focused episodes on that. We're done. Like like you said, okay, give us one sit down cuss out, then that's it. But we're not trickling into because oh god, I just realized the next episode is going to start where it left off.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna see. I mean, we'll be here next week to talk about it. A lot of comments about Erica. Yes, Erica. You know, I go back and forth with Erica, but I do believe Erica could be the one that could take Kyle down. And I think she would do it even while living in a house that's like way less than hers. I do. I don't know where Erica gets her money. Somebody said that. I can't count nobody's coins, but still for glam. She got some money coming from somewhere. She got the show. She's still doing those little gigs. She sing. I know she don't. I about to say she sing Ring Didn't Mean a Thing. My bad. That's Kim Z.
Okay. So
but what was the song? Was it Bossy or Rich or Expensive? It's expensive to be made. That's it. I was like, wait, was it Tardy for the Party? Which one was? I couldn't remember. I really was like, wait.
It's one of the little monkeys with a wig. We don't know what's going on, baby.
I couldn't remember, child. It is what it is. Not Kyle and Erica can move in together. Child, all them dogs. Ooh, I hope that Erica's moving into Kyle's house. Because, my God, them dogs are going to take up the whole house of Erica's.
That's why Mauricio left.
Okay. He said them dogs are not coming over to my house.
He was gone.
And I don't blame him because it looked like he let them dogs do whatever they want.
He was gone. He said it's either me or he's out.
All right, y'all. We're going to get out of here. Thank you, Love, for joining us tonight. We'll be here next week, whether it be myself, Love, Danny, Chase, or Jamie, reviewing episode 4. Hopefully we get some closure to this little mess or whatever of an episode. Thank you to our callers. Thank you to all those watching tonight. Thank you, Sasuke and Art World, for being here moderating and just keeping things in check. We really appreciate it. Kid Cruddy, I love to see you in the chat. Ronnie, Sean, Samira, always good to see you. Priya, Jim Bunny, Brian Thornhill. Who else am I missing? I want to make sure I get everybody if I can. I'm scrolling. It's a lot of y'all. Oh, Ashley came. Ashley the Mocha Barbie got in here a little late, she said, but she made it. We're glad you made it.
Hey.
Who else? Marcus Melancon. I don't want to say that wrong, but hey, Marcus. Love the commentary today. All right, y'all. Like this video, subscribe to the channel. And if you're watching Salt Lake City, we will see you tomorrow. Actually, instead of 8 p.m., it'll probably be 7:30 p.m. because we got to cover kind of 2 episodes. So see y'all tomorrow for Salt Lake City. Y'all have a good night, okay?
Bye, y'all.